Hi, do you ever feel like you want to eat healthier but you just don't know where to start? And you don't even know how to cook? Well, in this video, I'm going to give you some of my tried and true tips that will help you to get started today eating in a more healthy lifestyle. You know, many women that I work with, and even some of my clients, they feel that, they're afraid to start eating healthier because they don't know where to start. Or they'll have to spend a lot more time in the kitchen. So if that's how you've been feeling, then I want you to take courage, because that's not always how things are supposed to be. And the reason that a lot of times you may be feeling this way, that you just don't have the time, or you don't know how to cook, or you don't know where to start, is because when you look at the recipe books today, a lot of the recipe books, they're really complicated. They have this long list of steps that you have to take just to execute your entree. And to top it off, many of the ingredients you don't even have in your own kitchen. So that makes things so complicated. But you don't have to cook like a chef just to eat healthier. And it doesn't have to take you a long time to be in the kitchen. And your ingredients do not have to be long either in order to execute and produce something delicious and tasteful. So what are some of the things that you can do to make sure that you're able to cook in a more healthier way that will not only be tasty and delicious, but that will have you coming for more? Well, the first thing you need to do is, when you get to the market, to be creative. And that means looking around, thinking about your vegetables and your greens and lean proteins, just keeping those three elements in mind. And when you go to the market, really be creative. And this is something I tell my clients, so I really want you to pay attention to this. Look at what you're wearing. Look at the colors, and look at the produce section. So whatever color pops out at you based on what you're wearing, that is what you're going to be cooking for the day. So think about colors of the rainbow, and that's what makes food so delicious, because it's loaded with antioxidants and it's loaded with the right amount of energy that you need for your body to be sustainable. The second thing is to eat what you like. Stop dieting. When you think about the word dieting, it just puts such restrictions on the way you live and your lifestyle. And if you're a busy professional woman like most of my clients are, then you just don't have a lot of time. So enjoy what you like. But this is what I teach my clients, and I empower them, is to eat more mindfully, to eat in a way that's more intuitive and really understanding the language of your body. And in that way, you don't have to diet. You don't have to think about, can I eat this? Can I eat that? How many calories does this include? Try new cuisines. That's the third tip I want to give you today. Try new cuisines. If you prefer American cuisine, try something different. Try Italian, try French, try Latin cuisine. There are so many cuisines that you can choose, whether you're dining in or dining out. And if you feel that you can't find the right thing dining in, just think about the spices of that country. And once you know the spices of a country, you can make anything, because the techniques are all the same. You're always going to be searing, you're always going to be sauteing, or you may be braising, or you may be roasting. So it's all the same, just slightly different ingredients, slightly different spices and seasonings. When you get to a restaurant, just ask, what spice did you use to make this? The last tip I want to give you today is base your meals around healthy fats, because healthy fats are the fats that will keep your body satiated. And I know there's a lot of talk right now about the keto diet. Well, I do believe in a keto lifestyle, because healthy fats are fabulous and they're amazing for the body. They help with your thought, they help with weight loss, they help you to have more energy. So definitely include the right fats in your diet. So I'm going to show you today in this video how you can cook something healthy and quick when you don't have a lot of time. So pay attention. So the first thing we're going to do today is we're going to turn on our stove. Turn on the burner, and I'm going to put this on number 4. The reason I'm putting it is on number 4, because if you notice, there's no oil in my pot. So there's no oil. And the reason there's no oil is because I want this to heat up. In order for you to get a good sear on your protein, which is what we're going to be doing today, I'm not doing anything complicated. I'm not doing a lot of entrees. I'm only doing one particular item, and that is a seared salmon. So with this seared salmon, it's going to show you how easy it can be to cook healthy and when you don't have a lot of time. So I'm heating up my pan right now. Once it's to a nice hot temperature where I can almost barely, where I can't really touch it. Right now I can touch it, so it's not really that hot. And once it starts heating up, you want to make sure that you're using the right oils. Well, I've shared this in a video before on the right oil to use. So the oil that I'm going to be using today is grapeseed. And if you go back through some of my videos, you'll see one video that I talk about in particular, one item to use, and it's grapeseed oil. And the reason that you want to use grapeseed oil is because it has a high smoke point. So that's what we're going to be using, because we want to get a really nice sear, and we want to just slightly caramelize the protein at the same time. So now my pan is hot, so I'm going to add a little bit of oil, just enough to coat the bottom, maybe about a tablespoon or two. And once you coat it, just swirl it around, because you want to make sure that the bottom is completely coated. So once that's coated, you want to make sure before you put your meat in that you've seasoned it properly. So today I chose not to use just a regular sea salt. I always use a Milan sea salt, but instead I wanted to give my meat some flavor. I wanted to give my salmon a little bit of flavor, so I added truffle salt. And truffle salt, it is amazing because it's sea salt plus truffle that's added in, truffle flakes. So you get the black summer truffles, and you also get sea salt. So I've already seasoned up my meat, but whenever you're seasoning, I just want to give you this really quick tip. Whenever you're seasoning, always make sure that you season high up, because when you season high up, you're making sure that your salt is distributed throughout the top of your protein. And also make sure you add pepper. Fresh black peppercorns if possible. So now that my pan is hot, now I can add my salmon too. I'm just going to let it sit there. I'm not even going to touch it. And that is one of the habits and problems that I see with a lot of clients that I work with, and especially when I do cooking classes, because you want to touch it. You're just so nervous to let it sit there. You think it's going to burn, but it's not going to burn, trust me. So just let it sit. And the reason you want to let it sit is because you want the heat from the oil to push the protein up so it doesn't stick to the pan. Once it no longer sticks, then you can turn it and flip to the other side. So we're going to let this get some nice color, and it's on number 5 in terms of heat temperature. And I also have my stove on, and it's set to 350, but I'm going to turn it up to 400. I'm turning it up to 400 because as soon as I finish searing it, then I'm going to pop it in the oven and let it finish cooking on the inside, because I don't like my protein pink in the middle, although you can, but I choose not to have it pink in the middle. So we're going to let this continue to cook. There's no reason for me to put seasoning on top. That's fine. And once it's finished searing, I'm going to cut off right now, and then once it's finished, I will let you see the end product. So that's it for this video, and that is how you make something healthy when time is not on your hands. So make sure you have the right proteins and the right fats, because what you can do to this once it's finished cooking is you can take this, you can cut up pieces of this salmon, you can put it on a salad, you can add it with a side of greens, you can add it with lentils. There's just so much you can do with this since you already have it cooked. And once you're ready to flip it, you're fine. So we're going to leave that right there. But this can go with so much, and it doesn't take a lot of time. And so far I've started preparing this. It only took me about it's going to take 5 to 10 minutes. That's it. You're in and out. So you have your protein, and everything else that goes along inside would be simple after that. If you want to be a little bit more creative, just add lemon juice, just to give it a little bit of flavor and a little bit of kick, but I'm not going to do that in my video. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, just give me a like and let me know what you got out of it, and if you plan to start using a different type of oil instead of the traditional olive oil. If you have any questions, make sure you include them in your comments as well. So I'll talk to you soon. And until our next time together, as always, stay beautiful and healthy.